Welcome to Keeping Fit and Well, your podcast, number one podcast show, sponsored by Podcast Studio in Glasgow. You have tuned in today on whatever platform, but I'm your host, KP, and I've got my Grinch hat on, which you can see, because that's really how I feel about this time of year. Well, not really, but in a way, yes. This episode is all about, is it easy to get fat over Christmas? Can you stay lean? Is there a possible way? What's going on? Help me out. So I'm going to chat to you about this. Remember, I've been doing this job for like 20 years, so I see the peak seasons. I know when yous are all shiny water bottled out your nut. And then I see when yous can't be fucking arsed even looking at me, swiping on past me like, get her. No. So, I know all your trends. I know your patterns. I'm like the stalker you didn't know you had. I know what you're up to. So, today I'm going to deep dive into that. Anyway, I hope everybody's been having a good week. Thank you so much for sharing my podcast. Everyone that comments, likes, shares, I really appreciate you. The ones that don't, what the fuck, lazy bastard. So this week, I cannot believe where we are. Like, it's Christmas next week. I was like, I thought she got it wrong. I was almost in an argument like that. What? It's not Christmas, is it? She was like, it's Christmas next week. No. What? We were at the kids' school shows as well, so not only once, but twice. 2 times. 2 times at school show, like that. People there like that, oh, you're back? I'm like, Stacey doing the pure, she's recording it and she's like singing along, saying the words. I was sitting there like that. Fucking hell. 1 till 3 o'clock. So I mean, 2 days, that's 6 hours. That's 6 hours of like watching Wayne sing or not sing, or just kind of looking about like that. The Jesus baby. Then obviously what was served. What was served at the half time? Bear in mind, I'm starving, I can eat. What was served? Cakes were my only option. Cakes were my only option. So this is what I'm talking about. What did I do? Starve? Yeah. I had a coffee one of the days. I had a tea the other day just to mix it up. Stacey got a wee red velvet cake. I had a wee bit of that, but I didn't want it. It was too sweet. I felt sick. I hadn't ate my lunch. Do you know what I mean? So I was all that way, fucking hungry, angry, and people were belting out Christmas songs or whatever they were singing. So it is hard. And look at that as well. Interrupting my day. So we know routine at this time of year, it's fucked. All my clients, all you guys in the membership, everyone kind of struggles, battles on through the December months, don't they, when it comes to health and fitness. We have social events now, proven loads of times that social events can impact your weight. Why? Because when we're out, we maybe have 3 courses that we wouldn't normally have, so we're overeating. Things are fucking heavy cooked in oils and butter and all that boost the calories up in the meal. You know what I mean? We're getting our money's worth because we're Scottish, so we're like, I'm fucking stuffed, Jim, I can't eat another thing. Cheese board comes out, right? Right, let's go for this. Stomach number 2 kicks in. Right, okay, let's get it done. Let's get this done. Let's get this second dessert. Right. So we're eating more. So there's more social events. Then not only that, what else is happening? Boozy brunches with the girlies. Festive, Christmassy brunch with the girlies. Yous are off. Drinking at fucking whatever time in the day on a Tuesday, high tea, taking gin out of a teapot on a Tuesday. It's all this kind of stuff, isn't it, that impacts our health and wellness journey in December. So, yeah, the point is Christmas gets you fat. You can stay lean, you can make the best choice, you can do that, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But I do want you to know that your weight fluctuates. You can't stay lean as hell all year round. That isn't even that healthy for you, and it's a bit grim. So I don't mind people relaxing a wee bit over the festive time and enjoying themselves. What I don't like is when people are like that at the start of December. I'll get back to you maybe mid-January. I'm like, it's fucking 6 weeks. What are you doing? So things like that, no. But I don't mind people taking their foot off the gas a wee bit, having a little cheeky chocolate Santa for their breakfast one of the days. You know, you're not Courtney Blacking it, spreading it on your bread every morning, but these wee things happen, it creeps up. Like I just told you, 6 hours of the week last week. I'm not walking, not flicking about, not spending any energy, just sitting, watching. Well, I did clap some of the times, but it was like that. So I'm just sitting watching it. So that boom, boom, took 6 hours out the week. What can I do? Go like that to the wains. I'm not coming to your school plays because I need to get my steps in. All right? So, no, it's just not realistic, is it? The only time that's ever been realistic is when I lived myself. I had no kids, I had no Stacey, and I had a lot of time to fill, so I filled it with the gym. I went to the gym on Christmas fucking Day. I wore a Santa hat, doing bicep curls like that. Now I'm up to my balls in fucking Christmas breakfasts, fucking wrapping paper everywhere. My eyes are hanging down to my fucking tatties because I've not slept. I've only slept 3 hours because the kids got up at the fucking crack of dawn. Could I go to the gym on Christmas Day? The answer is no. Plus, would Stacey wear it? The answer is also no. So, all these things in Christmas do affect us. Now, basic nutrition, basic fat loss is, if we're eating too much of anything, even if it was avocado, you're going to put fat on, right? So, wherever there's holes in your diet where you're overeating, for example, calories and alcohol, easy to clock up. You're talking in a bottle of beer, maybe Corona, Desperado, something like that, you're talking 240 calories, right? So if we get our calculator out here, so you can, 240 calories, I mean, how many beers could you say that you have? So I'm just going by average of clients, so they could have about 8, so we're talking 250, we'll put it at, times 8. So in beer, alcohol, liquid, drink, not a meal, alone, you've just clocked up 2,000 calories. Let me go through some other ones. You're like that now. No, put it away. Why are you doing it? Because I like to do this to you. So you're having 2,000 calories worth of beer, maybe even more, because you're having some cheeky shots, some festive shots, right? And then you're having a meal, you're having a dessert, you've got the munchies, so you're in at the nuts, you're in at the crisps. You're clocking up a lot of calories. It's untouchable calories, man. Easy. Like drinks. That's why I tend not to drink a lot of liquid calories, because I'm a big eater. I like to eat, I like to chew, I like to swallow my food. I don't want to have it all, my calories away in liquid fucking form. As I was saying to you, the choices that we make in food can keep us fuller for longer. That's ideal if you want to have fat loss in your life. So if you need to make the right choices, so things that keep me full, I know that now, I've studied myself, I know what keeps me fuller for longer. Things I know that don't keep me fuller for longer, like bits of chocolate, bits of cake. If you're looking for fat loss, it's not ideal to keep feeling hungry all of the time. So it is important the choices you make, the consistency of what your calories are in order to be on the fat loss train. And if you're not doing that, then you'll just be yo-yo dieting all the time and you're almost fighting these cravings. You're fighting your body's biology because you're craving food all day, starving. Now, it's going to be harder for you to stay fat loss goals if you're fucking hungry all the time. So that's why I always get the girls to make the right choices at the meals, make them big, make them full of fats, proteins, carbs, things that will fill you up, fibre, and then you shouldn't eat, you should be full to the lunchtime, sometimes maybe a wee bit hungry, have a bit of fruit. Then the big lunches, what I used to do was I used to eat 8 small meals a day, because back in the day it was kind of like a protein synthesis thing. So if you kept topping up your protein stores throughout the day, it was better for your metabolism, which we know is now nonsense. It was better for your muscle gain, which is also now nonsense. So I just had big meals. When I was having the small meals, I was constantly thinking about food and I was constantly starving. So for a weight loss goal, for a fat loss goal, it's not good. When you are looking to do fat loss, there is some sacrifice, but you need to have the level of sacrifice that you can maintain and that you can keep up. Whereas if you have the level of sacrifice where it's like fucking crazy, like for example, when I went on the cream bun diet, if I asked myself the question, can you stay on the cream bun diet for the rest of your life? The answer is fucking no. Even from a health point of view, it's fucking no, right? It was 800 calories a day, not sustainable. So then when you're looking at things like fat loss, you need to look at what is sustainable for you, and if you're doing something like the ketogenic diet and it comes to Christmas time, is it sustainable for you now? Probably not. You know what I mean? So that's when people find that their weight's up and down like this, because they're just doing stuff. There's a bit of uneducation going on there that we don't know really what to do. Then there's over information on the internet, and then there's a lot of food choices that really don't fill us up. So just to get back on the alcohol chat, alcohol is easy to get fat on because it's mega calories and it's not filling, unless I suppose you're having like tenants where it's like a meal replacement. Who the fuck is drinking Tennent's on a night out? I'd be like that. I need to go home, man. I'm fucking stuffed. Like, the night's just begun. What you doing? I've had a pint of Guinness, which feels like I've ate a fucking Christmas dinner. I'll need to go and lie down and then come back to the party. Hey, where is everyone? Are we home? I had to digest that. I'm always curious of that. So let's see what other kind of drinks people are drinking at Christmas. Now, probably a little Baileys. Bit of Irish cream with ice. Now, I would say Baileys is fairly filling. You're drinking cream, so I'm thinking, come on, you can't really have a lot of Baileys. So we're talking, right, about that much. If you're not watching this and you're just listening to it, it's like a little shot glass, right? So you would have that, and you would be drinking it with ice and probably last you a long time. So say you had... How many Baileys would you have a night? 3, we'll go. One of my clients told me she had about 8 on the one night, very sickening. So that takes her up to 912 calories from those Baileys. So it's again easy to clock up. Would you be having minstrels or Maltesers or something with it? You've opened the box of celebrations that wee Betty for your work got you, so you're into that whilst eating that. This is what I'm saying, these calories are fucking easy to clock up, aren't they? Because it's not your dinner. Like, you're having your Baileys, it ain't your dinner. It's not your dinner. You're not going like that, Jim. I'm going to have Baileys for my dinner the night, so I don't need anything else to eat. I'm just going to have Baileys for my dinner. No, you're not. You're phoning China Panda, aren't you? Yes, you are. So we've got that, easy to clock up. Let's do another one. What's everybody drinking? I know everybody's drinking. Everybody's drinking fucking... These are so fucking predictable. Everybody will be drinking that Whispering Angel. Because it was like on Instagram one time, wasn't it? Tequila Rose as well. So a small glass of that. Small glass of that. So we'll say you could probably... I would think you would easily be able to smash about 5 or 6 glasses. 450 calories. You're talking, and remember, it's just a gauge, the calorie count and stuff, because it is a bit of a moving target, but at least it's something to aim for. So you're having 4 glasses of your Whispering Angel, you're up at 500 calories. Do you know what I mean? So that is like probably, your dinner's probably between 500 to 800 calories. That's probably what mine is. So it is another meal you're adding on. You do that like over the course of the week, and because it's Christmas, we're maybe doing it a wee bit more. Do you know what I mean? So maybe we're having those 500 calories, maybe we're doing it twice, so 3, we'll do it 3. So you've added on an extra 1,500 calories per week, right? So per month, you've added on, so the full month of December, just on your Whispering Angel, not everything else you're doing, not the boozy lunch, not maybe the wee Baileys, not out for a wee this, out for a wee that, Christmas markets for a wee this, but just on the Whispering Angel, the wine alone, you've added the 600 calories, that might be 6,000 calories, that might be just something that you're doing on a Tuesday night, watching a wee Christmas film, watching The Holiday, like that, pissing yourself at Jude Law, do you know what I mean? So it's easy to do that through alcohol, and at Christmas time, what happens? We drink more alcohol. It's the season to be jolly. Everybody's boozing. So you're thinking about that. So 6,000 calories added on just for that. Nothing else, right? My client, I was chatting to, and I was asking her the question because I was going to be doing this podcast, and the people that responded to my Instagram post, thank you as well for putting your input in. But there's a lot of my client was saying that her man will just bring back extra food. So like they'll have their normal dinner, say it was a February, right, midweek February, she'd be making her dinner, and then she'd have her dinner and that'd be it. Midweek in December, she's making her dinner, but now she's got also the little pigs and the little blankets involved in the dinner as well, which they were never involved in the dinner, but because it's Christmas time, pigs and blanket come as a little side dish. What? True, you're in Marks and Spencer's or wherever you shop, and they've got the little festive tiny little things. You're drawn into it because it's fucking marketing, boom, boom, boom. Tiny little chicken burgers, you're like that. Oh my God. Jim, get over here. Look at these fucking tiny little chicken burgers. Are they not fucking cute as fuck? Before you know it, you've bought the tiny little chicken burgers. Now, are you going to have one tiny little chicken burger for your dinner? Probably not, unless you're on the old school diets. Remember where you used to have to eat things with tiny cutlery? Maybe you're still doing that. Maybe that was sustainable for you. But if not, you're probably doing what my client was doing and adding it in as extra things to the meal. So instead of just having her pasta that she makes, arrabbiata, she's now added that with 2 tiny little chicken burgers, a little glass of wine, a fucking cheese board, or maybe a festive pudding that you put in the oven and melt. Now, before you know it, your calories are up again. So you've added in that extra calorie. Now, what can I do? It's Christmas and I want the tiny little items of food. There's tiny little beef Wellingtons. I want a tiny little beef Wellington. So what can I do? What's the answer? Is there any way in Christmas time to stay lean, or are we all just doomed? And then in January, I'm waiting for you like that. Join the team. And you will, because you're fucking feeling like shite. I mean, it is the season for coaches, personal trainers all around the world. But what can you do? Can you just be unscathed? Should you even think about it? Should I just enjoy myself and fuck all this gym and then I'll just do it in January? Now, there is a wee bit of me where it's like that. Yeah, I think you should enjoy yourself. It's Christmas. It happens once a year. 100%. Do I think you should rip the arse out it? No, not unless you do want to be pure fucking like that, out of breath, putting your Christmas tree away. I overdid it in Christmas. Now, Christmas is one day. I'm quite harsh like that. I'm a harsh coach, man. Fucking no snowflakes here. So I think to myself, yeah, I think you can relax. I think you can do your social events. I don't want you to lose pals. I don't want you to be unhappy, right? I don't want the kids to hate you because you're like that. No, we're not going to the Christmas markets because all I can get to eat there is those little fucking deep fried potatoes on the stick. I don't want to go to the Christmas market, so everyone here will suffer because I want abs. I don't want you to live a life like that, but there's certain things that we could do that are going to help you. So let's get into it, shall we? Right, so first things that you could do is, I would slightly watch your alcohol intake. I know, you don't want to hear it. But if you are honestly just having a few glasses extra wine a week, then over the month it's mega calories. Do you know what I mean? You've just added on. So what I would be doing, right, so say for example, I know that tomorrow, this isn't happening by the way, but tomorrow I'm going for a boozy lunch with the gals and we're going to have high tea, we're going to have the gin and the thing, we're going to go and we're going to have nibbles and that. I'll probably end up with my high heels in my hand and a kebab in the other hand, or chips, curry sauce, coleslaw, whatever, right? So I know I'm bombing it tomorrow. Today, I would be extra fucking good. I'd go a walk. Like that, just going to go a walk today a wee bit extra than I normally do because tomorrow I'm bombing it, right? I would also eat quite light today because tomorrow I'm bombing it, right? I wouldn't be up to nonsense eating fucking candy canes in between my dinner and all that today. I would be knowing that future Christine is going out and she's going to bomb it. So I would make up present Christine is going to make sure that tomorrow is a wee bit better because I'm doing stuff today to buffer that. So that is what you could do. Maybe if you're going to really bomb it over a couple of days, do that, what I've just said to you, a couple of times throughout the week. Go the extra walk, eat a bit leaner, maybe have like the bone broth for your breakfast or something like that. Then have a nice light lunch, a light dinner. Make sure for a few days of the week you're not fridge picking, for fuck's sake. If you want it, you can't have it always. You can't have your Christmas cake and eat it. You've got to make sure that you are sacrificing some things if fat loss is your goal, because, as I said before, when you are looking for fat loss, there is some sacrifices that you need to make. So your best bet is to do something like that. Again, with the activity level, a lot of people don't come to the gym. The gyms are notoriously quiet in December. So actually, see, if you are a new person, the best time to go to the gym is December because you can start to learn how to work the equipment and not feel like a fanny where you're hanging upside down and stuff like that and you're like a January gym fail and you'll see yourself on a TikTok video like that. Oh, fuck. So if you are looking, you're new, then I would go to the gym now and learn all the equipment. I think that's a good idea. But anyway, the gyms are notoriously quiet in December. So if you're a PT and a gym owner, don't freak out. This is the season. It just takes a dip. But everybody will come crawling back. So the gym is important, right? But it can't be the be and end all of your fat loss journey. It's a good tool to use, and it's definitely something that you should try and keep up in December as much as possible, right? And as my girls know who I coach, that lean muscle, we have to maintain at all costs. That's keeping our metabolic rate healthy. It makes us burn more calories just by sitting doing nothing, just by twitching about. So if we can build that muscle, then that's the long game. If you take 4 weeks off the gym, 2 weeks off the gym, that muscle wastage, that will happen, right? Because we need to be lifting the heavy weights, man. You know, to maintain the muscle, to grow the muscle, to then have that longevity fat loss where we don't have to be constantly thinking all the time about fat loss. But again, if you miss that time at the gym, it will have an impact, you know. So I think keep as much as possible. A good tip, if you aren't getting to the gym as much as you would want, do your heavy weight session, do it full body. So say you now do a split. Maybe you're somebody that does like chest and back on a Monday, Tuesday off, Wednesday you do legs, Friday you do shoulders and arms, but that's not what you're going to be able to do. You're too busy, you've got kids, you need to go to the fort, you need to like get Christmas shopping and all that. So what you could really do is do 2 full body weight sessions a week. So do like an upper body, or what's quite good is a push day. So all the muscles, it's a push, big heavy push day, chest press, squats, overhead press, right? Make sure your activity level is decent when you're not at the gym. Then, when you're back at the gym, do a pull day. You've got deadlifts, rows, pull downs, and do those muscle groups. So you've done your full body, but you've just condensed it. You know, if you've got the luxury of training more than twice a week, then it's ideal to split the body parts up a wee bit, just because it's good to let your body recover and everything like that. But if you've not got the time, you want to maintain your muscle and your gains that you've done all year, remember, don't let December ruin everything, then I would think just split those body parts up, work the bigger muscle groups. So that's called compounds, so you get more bang for your buck when you're working a compound exercise. So instead of going in and doing a tiny little bicep curl, when you're doing things like bent over row, you're working your back, you're working your biceps. So if you are time poor, then I wouldn't be focusing on the tiny little isolations. I'd be doing big moves. So in December, you can switch your training up like that. Do the big moves, do some full body. And then when you get more time in your hands back in January, you can go back to your training splits that maybe do a bit more isolation or accessory work. But listen, you need to work with what you've got there now. So doing stuff like that, making sure that your steps are up, whether it be you are out shopping and stuff like that. Now, the watches I think are good, but not for calorie counting that you would burn in the gym. You know how when you see people posting up on their Instagram and it's like, I burned 700 million calories doing this workout. You didn't do that. And where the danger in that lies is you'll eat it back, probably Baileys and fucking the celebrations that you got for your Christmas, right? That doesn't work. What the watches are good for is your movement, your steps, to see if you are moving about during the day. Because remember, the gym is only a small part of fat loss. There's other bits to the story. So it's a good tool for me to use when I'm coaching people, because it lets me see how much they are moving about during the day, because that is key. In fact, that's really important for fat loss. So if my client's hitting 8,000 to 10,000 steps, I'm like, okay, good. If they're hitting like 1,000, not so good. Right? Because you've got exercise calories that you burn. So when you go to the gym, that's like intentional. I'm going to the gym, I'm going to burn this amount of calories. But then you have the other side of that where it's just how much you move. Like see my Stacey, she burns mega calories because up and downstairs all day, doing things, hoovering, fucking not sitting at peace. So she's burning that. Do you know what I mean? So her steps will be mega. If I looked at her as a client, I'd be like, right, okay, she's moving about. So she is probably in a calorie deficit, whereas if I looked at somebody and they're maybe only moving 1,000 steps a day, I'm like, well, they need to be eating fuck all because they're not moving. So in December, okay, so we've done that with the gym. Let's make sure that the steps are high. And again, whether it be you're out shopping or when you're out shopping, park further away, just doing all these wee things extra that you can to tick over. Well, we're busy in December, so like when you're away at your shopping centre, don't park, right? Don't be driving around for ages like that, looking for the nearest space. Well, I just go in that disabled space, or do you think, because it's Christmas? So no, park further away, because every little helps, do you know what I mean? If you're going to be doing the extra overindulging, then we need to do extra other wee things to kind of buffer it, right? So that's a good wee easy tip you don't really need to think about. Just being careful of things. Maybe when you're out for dinner, don't always get the 3 courses. Maybe you could, don't fucking faint, but maybe you could just get one. Do you know what I mean? Oh, no. But maybe you could. Maybe, I was literally out 3 days ago, so I'm just going to go for the one meal this time, and then I'm not going to drink every single time I'm out because those calories are real fucking clocking up right now. So you've got all these wee options you can do, just wee tweaks, you know, the one with the you eat lighter couple of days before you're going to go on the big bender with the pals. So you're just making you're managing it. Like, it'd be the same if you were trying to manage your finances. Money ain't just coming in and out and you don't know what the fuck's going on. You manage it. You'll probably check your online banking a few times and go, all right, okay, that direct debit's coming out, I'll need to put money in that account. Like, it's the same with your fat loss. Just manage things a wee bit, be a wee bit more mindful. Don't just be like that, wee, down the chute in December, wee, like that scene for the Grinch, and he's just getting food shoved in his mouth. That don't need to be you. So that when you come to January, yeah, maybe you've put on a little bit, had a nice time, but you've not fucking bombed it to the point where you're having to claw back, and then what, every year you're putting on this extra stone. Over 3 years, you've put 3 stone on. And that for people is demotivating. Being back at square one all the time. Back at square one. Nobody's going to feel like they're making progress. And it's been scientifically proven that if we track progress, we do better. You know, because we like that recognition. We like to feel that we're progressing. You like it in everything you do. You wouldn't like to just be stale, stuck in the same place. Oh, here I am, Jim, back. Look at the state of me again. No. You know, so a little couple, few extra pounds when you come to January is easier to fix, you know, than fucking stones of weight. And don't think that it won't happen, because it can happen, especially if you're somebody who has been dieting and then just fucking bomb it. You'll get rebound weight, you know, you've not reverse dieted properly. So, and the other thing about it is I get a lot of people at this time of year just doing mad crash diets. I'm just going to eat no carbs for 2 weeks. No, that's a terrible idea. Right? That is a terrible idea. I say to my girls all the time, let's just do things slow and steady, because that is better. See, the crash dieting, exactly what it says in the tin. Crash diet. Nothing with the word crash in it has really got good connotations. Crashed into a wall. No, crashed. Crash diet. It's not good. And it really does do damage to your metabolism. So if you are somebody that's been yo-yo dieting, and you've not reverse dieted properly, you'll struggle. You will struggle, and you'll be saying things like this. It worked before, but it's not working now. See, if I had a fucking penny for every time somebody said that, it's because you've crashed your metabolism. So you just went like that. I'm going to eat 800 calories right up until Christmas now, because I need to fit into that outfit that I bought to sit in my living room in. And then you go, right, okay. So then what happens in January? You would need to eat 600 calories. You can't survive on that, a little food. And that's why it's called a crash diet, because it's very short and sharp, you know. It's got no sustainability in it. When I'm working with clients, I'm like, can you keep this up forever? And if the answer is yes, good. So I hope that's helped you out a wee bit over December. And then I'll be waiting for you in fucking January. I cannot wait to kick your arses. And while I'm just on that topic, I've got a few options for you. So, exciting things that are launching for me in January is my one-to-one online coaching. Something that I've always wanted to do. Even when Stacey met me, she says to me, remember like 7 years ago or whatever that you wanted to do online coaching? And it has probably taken me that long to like get to this point now. It's taken me a long time to wind down clients in real life as well. So that is launching. I'm only going to have a small handful of people, because it's very time consuming being that person's mentor, and I want to give everything that I've got, so I don't want it half-arsed. So it is a very limited space, but you can go on my website, you can apply, you can watch a little video that explains the 2 coaching options. So we've got the bespoke one. The bespoke one is going to probably get you more results from a point of view that there's more accountability. You're very answerable to me, aren't you? Whereas in the group coaching one, you need to be quite self-motivated. That's a wee bit more of a resource library. I'm there teaching you things. The girls are all making friends with each other. There's a big community spirit. So that's the group coaching. The group coaching, because it's not that personalised, is cheaper than the bespoke. So it really is what your finances, what can you spend and invest in yourself. Remember, the investment in yourself is the biggest investment you'll make, because if you've not got your health, if you don't feel happy with your shape, your size, whatever, it trickles into everything in your life. That's something over the last 20 years that I 100% see from both sides. Sometimes you're really, really, really trim and you're still not happy, or if you're overweight and you're not happy, things like this all affect our life, whether we like it or not. So there is those two options for you, and I'd love to have you in any of them. Also, we've got the juicing in the bone broth, so that's going to be fucking heaving in January just because everybody does it. We've got a few new things coming out there. We've got the health shots coming out. We've got the bone broths. I'm going to change the recipe. Then also, I've been doing Chinese medicine course, and I work with Melody, who is my Chinese doctor. I'm going to be teaming up with her to give you sort of health consultations with Chinese medicine, get your bloods done, and that's going to be like a Gucci service for you. So anyway, if you like this episode, then go and just fucking share it. Do it. I need to get good guests on here, right? I mean, we could have like fucking Jude Law for the holiday on the podcast and use her ruining it. So like, share it, do all the stuff with it. And I'll see you next week. Will I? Is it Christmas Eve next week? I'll still see you. I'll be there. See it all, if you see it through my eyes.